G'day, welcome to Sumo's Projects and welcome to my first ever shop update. Been flat out, lots of things going on. So I have a build video going on at the moment, but I'm just waiting for elements of that to finish. I'll touch on that in a minute. So what I've been up to. As you see, this is one of the things I bought myself a jukebox for out here, Aldi, where else. They had them on special and I thought, well, great idea to have the tones going in the shed, and also like listening to podcasts, which is great. So this is my old portable sort of tool cabinet, tool chest. I built this, one of the first things I built. I had to find some space and places to put some of the tools I had about 3 years ago when I was sort of starting to do this. So it's two pallets either side, which I'll just put some bracing in across, get it all nice and square and that. I had two drawers there. Now I've moved it. I thought, how can I utilise this again? Because I bought myself other cabinets in this time, and I thought, I don't want to get rid of this because it will have a practical use, and it has. So I'm redecking this. As you can see, made a couple of little places where I can put my CDs. Friend of mine made this. It's a little bottle opener with a magnetic catch. That's a ripper item. And also put a few little decorations on. I don't know, this is as good as anything, I reckon. And it saves on varnishing and all this sort of stuff. So yeah, alright, so that's that. Let me run through some of the other things I've been doing. So I've got this made in America, in the US, Jake Thompson, and he's a good bloke. Jake, if you're watching, how are you? That's good to always ask how someone is. Now we did a bit of a flag swap. Some of you might know I follow the Melbourne Storm in the National Rugby League here in Australia, and they won the championship, the premiers here for this year, 2017. Jake follows the rugby over in America, and this is the team he barracks for. This is the Green Bay Packers. I think they're from Indiana. So, excuse me for a second. Just got a call. Hang on. Oh, g'day, Jake. What are they called?
Sumo, Green Bay Packers.
Right up. Thanks, mate. Gotcha. There you go. There's a correction that was needed. Green Bay Packers from Nebraska. Or why do they call it Green Bay? I might have to ring Jake about this. Why is it called Green Bay?
The part of the bay that they're in has a particular type of algae growing in it, and it's green and it stinks, and they call it Green Bay because of the algae in the water.
Bloody hell. Crikey, mate. Thanks. Right. See you. So yeah, that was from Jake Thompson, and Jake Thompson will be the special guest on this week's edition of Makers International Podcast. And I think that goes to air in the United States at 4:30 EST. So make sure you tune into that. He's a good character, good bloke, and you'll thoroughly enjoy the interview with Jake. And that's 5th of November. So check that out. So just moving along, I'll just show you some photos of some stuff I'm working on, some projects for family members. So they sort of get priority sometimes, and I'll just show you some of the video build that I'm working on at the moment, which hopefully will be released in due course. The good lady partner and myself, we've been busy trying to work in our garden and get our backyard established at the moment. So, that's part and parcel of maintaining a home, I suppose. It's a nice time of year here in Australia, so it's time to get out the garden and do your pruning and what have you, and finish off some of the finishing touches which beautify your home. Also, I've been doing a build for is coming up in a second. Here, it's a bit of a boxed out bench seat that's going to one of the family members, and it's quite a large, there's 2 sections to this, so here's the second one. This one's a little bit shorter. These have been sized up to fit in a particular spot in a backyard, so all weatherproof materials, treated pine, stainless and galvanised nails and screws being used. And this is my large mural frame project, which I'm filming at the moment, but I'm awaiting the final outcome where it's all painted up. It'll look great. And as well as that, knocking out a few chopping boards for people. Sorry guys, gotta get it. Hello?
Quit all that yakking, Sumo, and get her done.
Yeah, right, mate. Cool. All right, thank you. So, other things on the go is people may have realised, or I've spoken to, I'm rearranging my workshop in a rather slow manner, you may say, but everything takes time and it takes a little bit of thought to set things up. So, not hastily rushing into things. I always like to view other people's workshops, the shop environment, how they set it up. Most importantly, I believe it's all about workflow. If you know, you may have the flash set up somewhere, but if it doesn't work to get one item across to another place, and then you're never happy, you're never satisfied. So even simple things. I used to be against toolboards. Nowadays, I'm finding them the most practical idea as far as where your tools are located, and to me, it just makes sense. It's a bit of an evolution within your own workspace environment, and also in the way you think. So that's just. I'm going to have a shop tour next year, early in the year, probably in January, and hopefully I'm at a stage where I can show, you know, how I interpret the work environment and flow that suits me to be something that you may get something out of. Anyway, it's always good to notice other people in the community. I don't do this for any other reason but making some friends and enjoying myself. There's millions of people out there who have got great skills and talent, but you know, not all the time it's about that. It's a lot more than that. It's community. Community is friendship. You know, you shake someone's hand, pat on the back, and they're very important things to have in life. And just such as watching TV, you may watch YouTube, it doesn't matter what it is, it becomes your mate, your friend, you know, sort of thing. And the best part, it's interactive. So what I like to do every time I will have a shop update, which I don't know, irregular basis, but I just want to highlight a few people who I find nice people in the community, always say hello, always willing to, you know, give you a helping hand. So I'm going to give a shout out this time to Als Hack Shack. Al started a few months ago. He's doing great things. He's got a really broad range of ideas, concepts and skills. So I'll just show you some footage from how Al got started. This is fantastic stuff. Take a look. So Al began at the start and he ripped down a little shed he had and totally rebuilt from scratch this wonderful construct here, as you can see. Pretty amazing job, Al, and I take my hat off to you, mate. Good stuff, so check him out. Al's a top bloke. He's over in the UK and he's really having a good dig at it, and be sure to subscribe to his channel and leave comments. I think Al, like me, enjoy having comments. Another maker is Build Stuff with AJ. I've known AJ a little while now. He's from Kentucky, America, USA. Place where they got those big barrels of bourbon. Hey, I'll show you some pictures of AJ's work, and go and make sure you subscribe to him and leave him some nice comments as well. AJ's got a pretty broad skill set. This is a rose he built out of sheet metal. It's fantastic. Here he does a lot of woodworking, made his own wine rack, and a whole other raft of lifestyle things. That's what he's about. Good stuff. So there you go, guys. That's my very first shop update, workshop update. I hope you enjoyed it. Get something out of it. As I said, I'm pretty active, so I'll have a few builds coming out soon. Please leave a comment. I love your comments. I always reply to everyone, and if I don't, let me know and I'll write an extra long comment back to you. But if you haven't subscribed to Sumo's projects, please do so. That's a bit of the encouraging factor as far as the motivation that keeps me going to do YouTube. It's all good fun, and as I said, it's all about friendship and community. All right, guys, be well, get out there, do something, bit of gardening, do something in the workshop, make some Christmas gifts. All right, till next time. Yeah. Hello? Hello?
Hey, Sumo, is that how you do a shotgun date? Are you sure you want to do it like that?
Yeah, well, I can win all right, mate. No worries. Cheers, buddy. Good fella.